So the food piece for this month is pretty cool because I love teaching about diet and nutrition in January because it's such a time of cleanses and detoxing. And it's usually because people have overindulged throughout the holidays and they want to start the year with kind of a clean slate. But the interesting thing is that evolutionarily, we're not really wired and designed to be detoxing and cleansing in a cold month. We're actually supposed to be eating more and nourishing and eating a lot of grounding, warming foods. Cleanses and detoxing are usually connected to colder foods and less caloric intake. So we want to save that for the summer months, and we'll get there when we work our way through the year. Um, it's a much better time. But what we can be doing this time of year is giving our liver a break, refurbishing our guts a little bit, and just really maybe leaning into a little more of a easily digestible diet. That's a way around feeling the overindulged kind of experience of food and possibly alcohol. So the liver, does a lot of work for us. It does all of the detoxing of everything from environmental pollutants to heavy metals, any additives in our food, alcohol. I mean, everything has to go through the liver, and we often forget about how hard it works. But there are specific foods that we could eat that really help us cleanse and detox in a more natural way by supporting the liver as opposed to restricting our caloric intake. So I am including a document, a PDF document with some information about that. We can also really start to eat more grounding foods, which in the winter are often root vegetables. So things like butternut squash and beets and carrots and things that really kind of ground us into the earth and warm us and keep us um, really more balanced in our nervous system and all these areas that kind of get imbalanced when we are under stress post holidays or anywhere in our life. And a nice way to incorporate those is through making a lot of soups. So broths and pureed soups are not only really good for us, but they're easy on digestion, they're warming. We often can lose weight when we're eating soups because the body doesn't have to work as hard metabolically to break it down. So January is really a time to be leaning into giving our digestion a break, supporting our liver, really eating foods that are nourishing and sustaining. And so I'm going to share some of those with you in this PDF document, and you can kind of do a little reevaluation for yourself of what kinds of intentions around diet and health and nutrition you want to put into place. And don't forget, it's just for this month, so we're not looking at any long-term goals. We're really looking just in the next couple of weeks, what kinds of things do you want to try and incorporate? Maybe there's some new things you want to, put in your diet. Maybe you want to give your gut a little extra love, and I'm going to give you information about that too. So this is kind of an educational piece, and it's up to you to personalize your diet based on your own needs, but just seasonally keeping in mind that it is still colder outside. It is a time of year that we're going to be eating foods that support nourishing and warmth in our body. So keep that in mind, when you're connecting to your food, when you're grocery shopping, when you're cooking. And this is just another way to connect to the rhythms and seasons of nature.